Is it wrong for a white person to call a black ICE officer a house N-word?
And again, the white guy says,
"Go back to your slave masters, you effing house nigger."
The white man who used the N-word in this situation was being historically precise. This black ICE agent...
I think that y'all gave him an inch and they're taking a mile. Hey everyone, welcome to my new channel, and if you're new... Wait a minute. Hey! What do you got behind your... Is this a N-word pass? I'm gonna have a talk with the councils of the black community because I don't know who gave this to you. There's people in the black community that's handing out the N-word passes willy-nilly, and we're gonna talk about it because there's this viral video that's floating around on TikTok. Touré decided to put his 2 cents in the matter, and a lot of people in the black community were upset with this video. Let's get Touré's opinion on the matter. Is it okay for white people to call black ICE members the N-word?
99.9% of the time, it is wrong for a white person to call a black person the N-word, but we may have found the exception. In Minneapolis recently, a white anti-ICE protester was in a group of anti-ICE protesters yelling at a black ICE Gestapo agent. An unidentified white male called the black ICE agent a house N-word who's working for the KKK. That's right, we have a white man calling a black man the N-word. But this...
He didn't just call him the N-word, he called him the hard R. And just for more context, I'm gonna leave a link to the full video down below. It's coming from the website X, and as you can see on the screen, I provided a transcript. The issue started when a trans woman asked the black ICE agent,
"How do you feel about ripping people from their families?"
The black ICE agent replied,
"Excuse me, sir."
And the people with the trans woman were very upset that they referred to the trans woman as a sir. So you can hear in the video the white guy in the back says,
"You effing house nigger."
Later on in the video, the white guy says,
"You effing house nigger working for the KKK."
And again, the white guy says,
"Go back to your slave masters, you effing house nigger."
And the only reason why I'm providing this extra context is because I feel like Touré was being a little deceptive when he was providing subtitles, making the white guy sound like he was using the term "igga," but he was actually calling the black ICE agent a itch. Go back to your slave masters, etc., etc. I don't know, that's how I felt. Again, I will link the video down below so that you can be the judge, but something tells me that a lot of these left-leaning people, they're reverting back to their factory settings, and I don't feel comfortable with how the country is moving. Anyway, let's continue. Let's play the video. Let's finish it.
This is a little bit different. White on black usage of the N-word is a very serious issue. But this is a curveball example. Is it wrong for a white person to call a black ICE officer a house N-word?
Yeah, it is.
Let's explore. The white man who used the N-word in this situation was being historically precise. This black ICE agent, he is being a house N-word to the utmost degree. A black man in ICE is a modern house slave. He's a barely paid mule for white supremacy.
What are we talking about? Let me look this up actually, because we're comparing slaves to ICE members. How much do ICE members... Like, I really had to pause from making the video to do research because I can't wrap my head around people who constantly want to compare themselves to the slave experience. I'm sorry to let you in on a little secret, but the Colin Kaepernick method, it's not gonna work in 2026. And to circle back to that last comment about how this black ICE member, he's a barely paid mule. I just did a little research, and the US average salary is $64,000, and an ICE member, they're making on average $80,000. On top of that, I just found out while doing research that they were handing out $50,000 signing bonuses. So that 50 plus that 80 equals up to $130,000. But hey, you know, it's been a hot minute since I've been in school. Maybe there was a paragraph or two that I missed about the big baller slaves making six figures, but you know, I digress. Something tells me that they're not complaining about ICE for the right reason. Something tells me that the real reason why they're complaining about ICE, it might be because, again, they're reverting back to their factory settings. And just like how they didn't want us to be free, they don't want their indentured servants to be free.
Why are you shipping these immigrants up north? We need them to pick the crops.
Food is not reaching our table because those who pick the crops have been removed.
Our vegetables would rot in the ground if they weren't being picked by many illegal immigrants.
If you think your groceries are expensive now, wait until the farms are empty.
If you look at the food that's on your table, think about who picked it.
Going to deport 20 million people, the people who pick your crops.
They come with regularity from Mexico usually to work in the fields.
Those immigrants that come into our country, they work the fields, something that we ain't done in a long time.
Good news, red states. You can now pick your own fruits and vegetables in the blazing hot sun for $5 an hour.
The people who pick our crops and clean our office buildings, who wash the dishes after we eat in restaurants.
It is god-awful work.
Have no immigration, then we would have no food on our plates. We would have nobody cleaning up in the hospitals.
And I have friends texting me like all morning. My gardener didn't show up. My housekeeper didn't show up. You're going to actually have to do some work around your house.
We're not going to have anybody around to wipe our asses because we don't have enough people.
If you kick every Latino out of this country, then who is going to be cleaning your toilet, Donald Trump?
Again, they're reverting back to their factory settings. I'm going to keep repeating this because I'm tired of our people constantly being used for these foxes. Let's finish watching this video actually.
KKK were domestic terrorists. ICE is...
You know, it's Black History Month, so I'm very passionate right now. He brought up the KKK, right? And they're domestic terrorists. Look into who funded the KKK. Let's finish the video.
Is domestic terrorism. I think this is a valid usage of the N-word. He's not attacking his blackness per se. He's attacking his bootlicking choice to be in ICE while being a black man. Being black in ICE makes you a house N-word. So to call you that, it's almost like a professor pointing out, oh look, there's a modern house N-word. I think this usage is valid and acceptable. If it had just been the N-word, that would be problematic. But when he adds the house N-word, he's being historically realistic. So yes, it is okay to call black ICE agents house N-words. They are. Not.
Let me pause this real quick. There's just so much to unpack from that video. Like the end when he said, oh, saying the N-word, again with the hard R, by the way, just to make it be clear, calling a black man a is wrong, but putting house in front of is totally fine. You see, these people are very deluded. Again, like I said before, this is not about no humanitarian crisis, no humanitarian issue. Because if this was, then during Obama, we would have got the same energy.
We've had 5 million undocumented workers come over the borders since George Bush took office. It has become an extraordinary problem. And the reason the American people are concerned is because they are seeing their own economic position slip away. And oftentimes, employers are exploiting these undocumented workers. They're not paying the minimum wage. They're not observing worker safety laws. As president, I will make sure that we finally have the kind of border security that we need.
But you see, the only reason why they're getting upset is because they don't like Trump. I would rather you say, you know what, I don't like Trump, so I don't like anything he does. I would rather you be honest and be for real and be like, yeah, that's the reason why I'm protesting ICE, than you saying, oh, I'm protesting ICE because I care about my brothers and sisters. Because you don't. Because you don't. I'm seeing videos of actual black people getting in the crossfires, getting their vehicles destroyed because they think, oh, they're ICE. Get them, get them.
But just for the record, can random people stop vandalizing my car? I went to the gas station. Y'all, why is this thing coming off my car, right? I've already had to replace my tires about 3 times because they think I'm an ICE vehicle. What the f? Like, you can literally look in and see the pink seats and the stuffed animals. Yeah, I got a dash cam and whatnot, but damn. I've literally had to replace my tire 3 times. Look at that. And now I just noticed somebody, like, I'm sick of it. So whatever car list y'all got me on, take me off, because I'm not no motherfucking ICE guy.
It's like, y'all are not even fighting who y'all said y'all fighting. Y'all destroyed this innocent young lady's car. She said this is not the first time this happened, and I'm just supposed to just sit back and be like, oh, well, it happens. It happens. And I'm noticing that these Caucasians, these white people, because, you know, that's how he titled it in his video, these white people, they're getting very comfortable with saying the N-word with the hard ER or the hard R at the end. And I think that y'all gave them an inch and they're taking a mile. The reason why I became a silent independent is because I noticed a slow rise of racism on the left. I remember seeing this poster of this white lady. She was holding this sign up because this black lady, she was a Republican and she was fighting for office, trying to win or whatever. This white lady, she said,
hey, win some. If trans can't share your bathroom, then blacks can't share your water fountain.
When it comes to oppression and who's most oppressed, it's looking like if you're transgendered, your transgendered issue trumps what any black person goes through. They are more oppressed than black people is what it's looking like. Because again, in the original video of the ICE member getting called the N-word with the hard R, he said, oh, okay, you called my trans friend a he, I'm gonna call you the N-word with the hard R at the end, of course. And it's so interesting because I went through the comment section. I'm getting the vibe that they were just waiting for a situation like this to happen so that they can just use this word, because they've been waiting. They were itching to use it. Because it's very embarrassing seeing black people in the comment section being like, hey, I didn't see anything, and seeing white people in the comments like, yeah, get them. It's like, I get it. You don't like us. Like, your mask slipped. I get it. But, like, stay away. Like, somebody, like, ban this account or something. Like, what are we doing, TikTok? Let's read through the comments. Future Trinity here. I just wanted to let you know that this video is being broken down into 2 different parts. The only reason for that is because I noticed that in part 2, in the latter part of this video, the audio is a little wonky. I don't know what happened, so I'm gonna have to fix that. Yeah, today is the last day of Black History Month. I want this video to at least come out today, but let's keep the convo going in the comment section. Do you feel like it's odd for white people to use disparaging words, use racial slurs to, you know, put black people in check? Or do you think that they were right? If you want to change my mind, I don't mind having my mind change. As long as you can articulate yourself in a way that makes sense, then hey, maybe I'll change my mind. Let me know in the comment section below how you feel. My name is Trinity Hurd, and I will see you in the next one.